don't think this is going to be a tremendous issue, but it's definitely worth a mention. I'm not expecting any school delays or anything like that. But visibility is down about 2 miles in Terre Haute and Shelbyville. It's mainly in some of the low-lying areas, the rural areas, and especially those areas that were hit pretty hard with heavy rain, which is right along and south and east too of I-70 when we had those morning showers around this time yesterday morning. You can see visibilities are fine. We can see all the way to the Indiana State Fairgrounds from our backyard right now. 70 degrees, it's clear overhead, and the dew point numbers into the mid-60s. That's elevated. It's not terrible. 65 in Muncie, 64 Richmond and Shelbyville. Bloomington at 67 and Lafayette at 66 degrees. Overhead, we are noticing a heat dome right here that is building, all right? This is what is going to be kind of the rule for us for the rest of the week. We're still on the outside edge of this, which I think will probably be able to light up a few pop-up storms later this afternoon. But once this heat dome kind of expands to the east, I think the rain chances will as well. And so our rain chances will be pretty limited as our heat rises here over the next several days. Not a bad day at the fair. 71 at 9 a.m., 80 at noon, and then 84 by dinner time. I think we're mainly dry. There could be a pop-up shower or thunderstorm later this afternoon. I think our better chances are probably going to be in eastern Indiana. Highs today into the mid and upper 80s. We could see some areas flirting with 90 degrees down along the Ohio River later on for this afternoon. Storm Track 8 Futurecast. This is our high-resolution model hour by hour. Again, we're mainly clear through 9 a.m. and noon. I think with the peak heating of the day, you may get a few blips. Notice in eastern Indiana specifically. I think that's going to be our best opportunity for some of those storms. Again, we could see some areas of fog tonight. Clear, muggy otherwise. 67 for your wake-up temperature. Mid and upper 60s I think will be common for your Thursday morning. We're a touch warmer, a little more humid for tomorrow. Mid and upper 80s, some lower 90s will be a bit more common down along the Ohio River for tomorrow. I mentioned that heat dome. By Friday, you can see how much this is expanding. Now, obviously, the center of this hot dome is going to be over, let's say, New Mexico and western Texas. Compare that to where we were, the last couple of weeks. The hot dome was squarely into the Mid-South and the Gulf Coast states. All right, so it's not as close. I don't think it's going to be as intense, but it's still going to be plenty hot enough as we get going over the next several days. All right, and I think it's going to take us through at least midweek next week, if not longer. All right, these are your heat indices, what it will feel like. I don't think, we're going to be in the heat advisory range, but by this weekend and early next week, feels like temperatures will likely be in the mid and upper 90s. Some areas might be flirting with 100. So that's a little better than the past couple of weeks, but it's still going to be pretty uncomfortable. Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling 7-day forecast. In addition, I mentioned our rain chances are pretty limited here starting tomorrow. 87 for your Thursday, 89 Friday. We will be flirting with 90 degrees and dry conditions both days. This upcoming weekend, notice those overnight lows stuffy into the low 70s. We'll start to get a trough digging in early next week, which should bring in some storm chances Monday and Tuesday with highs into the upper 80s.